Canberra.
In the final of our little series of Okinawa stories from local producer Richard Snatiel and Gardening Australia host Costa Georgiades, Costa finds himself tasting some of the best cheese he's ever eaten in Okinawa, of all places. Now, just think about this, because, my goodness, the Japanese are not necessarily known for the richness of their cheese culture. This was, however, until a colourful Englishman, John Davis, who prefers to call himself the cheese guy, came to Okinawa to retire. He got bored and he started making cheese. Before long, he was feeding more than just his friends and family and set up a business. The cheese game took off in Okinawa. Costa himself is very partial to a slice of grilled halloumi or a nice soft brie, so he couldn't resist following his nose all the way to the cheese guy.
Now, cheese isn't necessarily high up in the Okinawan diet, but I've heard that somewhere along here there's a mad Cambridgeman who has started experimenting with cheese because he couldn't get his cheese here, and he's created a business and he's making cheese here in Okinawa using Okinawan ingredients. I can't wait to meet him. I hear he's a bit of a character. What is someone from England doing in the middle of Okinawa?
Well, you've got to be somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah, well, this is true.
Yeah.
Well, what brought you?
A plane.
All right.
What brought you? Camels?
Okay, this is going to be a G-up. I love it.
Yeah.
I like John already. How did you sort of uproot from England and come all the way?
Well, it's 76, right?
76?
1976.
Yeah.
Just to get it. So I just uprooted from England. I was actually going to Aussie or New Zealand, but it's a long way.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll stop off in Japan because I've never been there,
Yeah.
and have a butcher's. I kind of liked it, so I stayed. I'm a teacher, basically. That's what I was in England. I was an elementary school teacher. So I was teaching English here in Tokyo, and I started my own school. Then I sold that, went to Hokkaido, and then built that up and sold that, and came down here to retire. But retirement is boring. It really is. I don't recommend it to anybody.
So, what, did you just sort of say, okay, I can't find cheese,
Well,
I'm going to have to make
first
it?
of all,
Or?
I thought this place is riddled with US bases. So if I make friends with one of these guys, maybe I can get on base and do some shopping there, because they must have cheese. They're Americans. They don't.
Oh, no cheese? Or the cheese? The cheese they have is sort of plastic slices
Cracker
wrapped.
Barrel, and yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's various kinds of processed cheese. They do have some good cheese, but not a lot. So what do? You have to make it then, don't you? So I started tinkering about in the kitchen, and then I actually kind of liked what I was making, and then friends and family said, can I have some? Can I have something? And a friend said at a bar, why don't we have a cheese night, and you can put your cheeses on? Oh, that's an idea. And it just came up from that. Then I met this dairy farmer who wanted to make cheese, and he didn't know how to make cheese, and I wanted a source of good, fresh, full cream milk, but I didn't know where to get it. So 30 seconds later, we were married, but not in the biblical sense. The climate here is pretty similar to southern Italy. Sardinia, Sicily, and so on.
Well, I was only thinking it's pretty close to Crete.
Yeah, well, exactly.
I looked at the map and I thought, and they do all the goat's cheese there. And
yeah, so we have, this is halloumi.
Oh,
if you know
you make a halloumi?
Yeah,
oh,
it's fantastic.
Wow. On the grill?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So you sort of looked at that region of cheese making, did you?
Well, not originally. Originally, it was like being from England, of course, cheddars and Stilton and this kind of stuff. And it does okay, but not particularly. What does go well is the pecorino, parmesan, this kind of cheese. Italian style cheese goes really well here.
So this is like a brie?
Yeah, it's like a brie, yeah.
So this is like a brie. It's got really stretchy texture to it. You can see that. Oh, wow. How am I going to describe this? It's always tricky when you're really enjoying something to then have to go from pure enjoyment to explanation. It's sometimes
It's so true.
and then you end up just going, oh, yum, it's nice, and you know. Oh, halloumi now. What's he doing to me? This is like, I surrender.
Oh, go ahead.
Is it?
Get into that. It's perfect.
Perfectly grilled. And see, one of the tricks that people sometimes forget, they put it on a grill and put a whole lot of oil. And then they burn the outside and you get a burnt oil flavour. You don't need it. When you've got a grill, that's cooked perfectly. Crunch and then goo.
And you got that squeakiness.
The squeakiness.
Squeakies as well.
Oh, can I say I've done a little bit of halloumi in my time, and I never thought I would be in Okinawa eating best practice halloumi.
I mean, you know, like without cheese, life is kind of not exactly meaningless, but there's something absent.
Something missing.
You
Yeah.
need cheese.
Costa and Richard Snashel in Okinawa enjoying cheese, of all things. You're on ABC Radio Canberra. Friends made the point on